what's up my friends? This is Martin446 today with another redo review. And on today's redo review, we will having a look at Neca Cult Classic Series 2, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Freddy Krueger. Yet again, another redo review. I know, the previous redo videos were based on Jason Voorhees. This time we're having a look at Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger. Still today, one of my favorite, with Jason Voorhees, my favorite horror icons. Of course, I do have an official review of this guy. A while back, I must say, back in 2010. It was May, I think. Yes, it was May. But that review is, you know, a lot more different than this review because I have now a different background, a different camera, and, you know, a different voice. So that is one of those reasons I want to do a redo on this Freddy Krueger. Actually, a while ago, 2010, 2 years ago. I miss those days, you know, the days of yore. In that time, I was actually at the last class of public school. And especially in May, I had actually a fantastic time at school. We were a lot busy with the musical and all kinds of stuff. I felt you know, very happy. That was also one of those reasons that a lot of reviews in that particular month. But getting back on track, let's start the review. Here we have Freddy Krueger. Of course, without his base. This is the figure. And of course, if you saw Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Freddy got you know, a totally new look, which you may like it or not like it. I'm the type of person that does like the look of the Wes Craven's New Nightmare Freddy. When I first saw it, I was actually blown away. That's one of those reasons I was starting to be a Freddy fan. Because back in 2009, in November probably, yes, really in November, I was really getting into the... Oh, I'm sorry, more in October, I was really being a fan of Jason Voorhees. And later on, you know, more in January, I was also going to be a fan of Freddy Krueger. And when I first actually saw the very first Nightmare on Elm Street movie, I was blown away. By the way, this was my very first Freddy Krueger figure. Yeah, this was my very first Freddy Krueger figure. I was really happy to have this figure in my hands back in the day. It's not my favorite Freddy Krueger in my collection, but I do like the figure quite a bit. This is of course the new look of Freddy in Wes Craven's New Nightmare. He's got a instead of the, you know, the shirt, he's got now a long jacket with the shirt right here. The colors are switched. The red is supposed to be green at the original, and the green is supposed to be red in the original. They changed the colors. He's got now a black leather pants, I think. Yes. He's got this big sort of army boots. And he's got now, instead of a gray fedora, a green fedora. And of course the fedora is removable. His face is a little different right now, which I must say, I really liked Freddy's face. I really liked Freddy's face in Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Neca did actually a great job for resemble the likeness of Freddy Krueger into this figure. He got all these scars. Very, very cool. My only little problem I do have with the face, this is one thing that the original figure had, because Neca actually decided to make variants of these figures. I got actually the variant one. The original one came with two faces of this one. One with a closed mouth and one with an open mouth. My only problem I do have with the face is it's a little, you know, the colors are nice, but it looks a little, you know, a little flat. A little, you know, flat. They could have put a little bit more, you know, glossy on the face. And that's the thing I really like about the new Nightmare Freddy. You know, this particular face with all those, you know, darker You know, with these very dark scars in his face, and that very creepy gloss over his face. But still, it isn't too bad, and I like the face quite a bit. The jacket is very nicely colored, I must say. They put some very nice variations in it. It isn't just a straight black, which is very nice. One very nice detail is the fact, like, in this jacket they also got the, you know, the sweater collar, which is very cool. One of the main difference of the new Nightmare Freddy is his glove. Instead of the, you know, leather glove, they put this very cool bone kind of details in the glove, and instead of 4 claw fingers, they actually gave the thumb a claw as well, which is very cool. When I first saw it at the New Nightmare Freddy, I actually got the, you know, the bone glove. I was pretty blown away. I thought it looked just awesome, just awesome. Very nice detail, I must say. Inside of the hand, you got some very nice detail overall. Some veins which are popping out. No, not really popping out, but you know, are exposed, which is very cool. That's one thing I always loved about the new Nightmare Freddy, is his glove. Figure-wise, I love it as well. They put some very nice detail and some very nice colorations into the glove. My only problem is these blades. When you take them out of the package, mine are pretty sturdy, but if you buy this figure, you have to be really careful about these, you know, blades, because these are very fragile. In the way of Freddy's articulation, still, it isn't spectacular. It is, of course, Neca Cult Classics we're talking about. But they actually set up some points of articulation, but still, it isn't the greatest. But he does have a, instead of a swivel, a ball-jointed head. He does have a ball-jointed shoulder. Instead of Jason's swivel in the shoulder from Neca Cult Classics Series 1, he does have a ball joint in the shoulder. You can still, you know, rotate the elbow, which, you know, is very common in Neca Cult Classics. I prefer much more a hinge at the elbow, but still. And his hands rotate. His waist are on a swivel as well. No articulation in the legs, which is kind of a problem. I will later come into it, but there is a swivel at the boot. That's it. The problem I was talking about the legs is, you know, being the fact that Neca Cult Classics, he's got that pre-pose problem. Being the fact he's got the pre-pose problem, whenever you get a pose in this figure, he always be in this permanent position with his legs, which kind of sucks in my opinion. I much prefer a, you know, a straight-on Freddy, which is, you know, standing straight, or a Freddy with articulated legs. But because of this, he doesn't want to stand at his own at all, which sucks. But luckily though, he came with a base, a very cool looking base again. That's one thing that Neca Cult Classics is a very cool thing in. Very nice base. This is of course near the end of the movie, when Nancy Thompson and her son are, you know, in the, you know, this nightmare world at the studio. This is of course a piece of a, you know, pillar, and there are you know, snakes on the ground, which are pretty nice looking. And of course there are 2 pegals on the base, so you can put Freddy on the base itself. And now you got a very cool little display for Freddy Krueger. Of course, Freddy Krueger came with this fedora, so you can put that on his head if you want. He came also with the script near the end of the movie. If you look at it really closely, I'm sorry, you can read this. Which is a very nice detail. It's very hard to, you know, make letters so small and all that kind of stuff. And the last accessory, he came with the, you know, the demon face. And near the end of the movie, when his head transforms, when Freddy came on fire. I must say that the detail they actually put on the face is phenomenal. Very creepy looking face. To take the head off is very easy, but to take this head, you know, on is a bitch. It's very, you know, it's very hard to put this head on the ball joint, which is kind of a bummer. And you have to watch out, because if you know, you pull with too much pressure and you don't look, you actually can poke yourself with on his horns, which sucks. But it kind of sits there. You may like it or not. I'm the type of person that prefers the original Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy face. It's very cool. But overall, a very nice looking figure. That was my very first Freddy Krueger back in the past. And it's a pretty solid looking figure. The articulation, of course, isn't, you know, spectacular if compared to Neca nowadays, and but still the sculpt and the accessories are very phenomenal that Freddy actually came with, and for that reason I probably give him a 7.5, probably a 7.5, maybe an 8, but possibly more a 7.5. So that means he's a decent looking figure. To find him on online stores, it's pretty hard, you know. You can find him on eBay, but being the fact he's older, you can only find him really at eBay or Amazon. But a pretty good looking figure. About the movie Wes Craven's New Nightmare. First of all, if you didn't see the movie, you might click this video away because I'm gonna tell some spoilers. I actually liked Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Some people hated that movie. Some people are, you know, 50-50 about it. You may like it or not. I'm the type of person that does like, you know, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I like the design of Freddy. I like the story. I really like the story. It's different, and it's very, very cool. It was actually, for many people, they say this one was way better than Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, The Dream Child, and Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6, Freddy's Dead. Which are, of course, for many people, the two worst Nightmare on Elm Streets. But that concludes my redo review on the Wes Craven's New Nightmare Freddy Krueger. I hope you like it, and that was again a video from Martin 446, and I'll see you next time with another review. Later!